Greetings and salutations. Happy Sunday. For this small channel analytics Sunday, sorry, I can see my March. Greetings and salutations. Take two. Greetings and salutations. Happy small channel analytics Sunday. We're going to start today's video with some good news and some bad news. We've had some highs and some lows this week here on the channel. So we'll start with the bad news. Unfortunately, I did not reach my goal of 100 subscribers by the end of February. Very, very sad. Not really. But the good news is that the channel did grow in February, and last week, my channel analytics video last week is, I think, my top performing long form video on this whole channel. So that's super exciting. I got numerous subscribers from that video, numerous super supportive comments that were just lovely to read, and as like more views than any of my other long form content has gotten. So some wins, some losses. We learn, we move on. Actually, before I get into this, allow me to introduce myself really quick. My name is Laura, and here on my channel, what you're watching is a weekly series that I'm doing that's tracking my progress with this channel. My goal for 2025 is to monetize this channel because I'd love to have YouTube be another source of income for me. I have some like income and financial goals for 2025, and I'm really hoping that YouTube can be a part of that like portfolio. But I also know that YouTube is a journey and there's no guarantees that I'll be able to monetize this channel. There's no guarantees about any of this, right? So I am challenging myself. I'm giving myself a full year. And if I'm not monetized by the end of this year, I will circle back and decide if I want to keep going. If I'm enjoying it and it's fun and I want to keep doing it for the sake of doing it, then I'll probably keep going. But if I commit to it for a full year, I do a whole year's worth of content, and by the end of this year, I decide, you know what, I just don't have the energy, or this isn't really any fun, or, you know, my overall career goals have evolved, then I'll give myself permission to stop. But I am committed for the full year to be putting out 2 videos per week as much as possible. There are going to be weeks here and there that I can't do that. I am a grad student, but my ideal schedule is twice a week. So Sundays, I post my channel analytics updates. Wednesdays, I post my like normal content, which is kind of like self-helpy mindset, mental health content for people who are pursuing careers in the spotlight. So if you're like an artist or a performer, a musician, even like an athlete or an influencer, or you have big dreams to be some kind of public figure, I'm very, very interested professionally in the intersections of the attention economy, mental health, and like finances, money. So if that kind of topic interests you, definitely hang out with me, because I have so much to say on this topic. I think I have a lot to offer the world of the attention economy. And yeah, this is like my life's work. Even outside of YouTube, this is the like population that I plan to serve. I'm in grad school to become a therapist, a career counselor, and I want to work with these populations out in the real world as well. I have a lot of lived experience with like pursuing the arts and pursuing the stage and the spotlight. So, yeah, I have a really, really fun video coming up on Wednesday that's going to be all about how to successfully negotiate as an artist. So, if you are nervous or you feel unskilled or you just like hate the prospect of trying to negotiate livable wages with clients or with an employer, definitely come back on Wednesday. Hit the subscribe button so you get notified about it. But I have a lot of hot tips that you will not want to miss for that. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get into the stats. Starting off with overall channel views for the last week. In the last 7 days, I have earned 94 views, which is 308% more than the previous 7 days. As you can see here, my top performer is last week's channel analytics update, which is my 6-week check-in at 50 views, followed by my Wednesday video, which was about stage fright, that has 8 views. Some of my other content has also gotten views, but overall, last Sunday's video has really been doing really great compared to my other content. Watch time. In the last 7 days, we've got 3.8 hours, which is 155% more than the previous 7 days. So again, moving in the right direction. And again, most of that time has been earned from last week's channel analytics update. Next runner up is going to be, again, my stage fright video. And subscribers, 3 new friends. Again, I did not reach my overall subscriber goal for February, womp womp, but growth is growth. And I've got 3 new friends here hanging out with me. So thank you for hitting the subscribe button. I really genuinely do treasure that you watch my video and you decided that you want to hang out with me, you want to support what I'm doing. All of the comments that I've been getting on my channel so far have been from other small creators who are sharing their support. And I really appreciate that. I love meeting you here in this crazy, wacky internet space. So, yeah. Again, those subscribers came from last week's channel analytics update. And 3 is 200% more than the previous 7 days. So, all green here. We're growing, 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 despite the fact that my Wednesday video was unequivocally a flop, and we're going to get there in a moment. All right, let's look at the statistics for each individual video. So we're going to start with last week's analytics update. YouTube after 6 weeks, subscriber growth and performance review, Road to Monetization, episode 6. Technically it was episode 5, but I'm trying to keep it in timing with the weeks. And I missed my analytics update the week before. Okay, so again, 50 views since it was published, which is 30 more than usual. That's over double. Watch time 2.3 hours, which is 0.3 hours more than usual. 2 new subscribers. Unfortunately, the audience retention for this video was only 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which is less than 10% of the video. This, I'm noticing, is kind of a trend. When I have a video that performs well on all other metrics of views, impressions, subscribers, engagement, the audience retention is always really low. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is about that. One theory that I have, and I've talked about this in another video at some point, I don't remember which one, but YouTube has that feature where if you're scrolling through your recommended feed and you just you stop scrolling and you leave your phone open, it'll start kind of automatically playing that video with subtitles, right? And after a certain amount of time, that counts as a view. And so I kind of wonder if that is maybe what happened here, that YouTube showed, and we'll see in a second here, YouTube showed this video mostly in browse features. So that would be your homepage when you're just scrolling trying to find something to watch. And so with that in mind, it would be really easy for people to for that to happen, that phenomenon to happen. So let's go ahead and look at closer details. So 1,000 impressions, 3.8% impressions click-through rate, which is better than my channel average of 2.2. And overall, I'm doing better at this. This number is steadily creeping up. At the beginning of my channel, it was sub 1%, and then slowly started cracking past 1%, then 2%, and here we are at 3.8%. So I'm really happy with that. 50 views, again, 47 unique viewers. I'm not really sure why those numbers don't add up, but whatever. And then here, like I said, 94% of the people who watch this video found it on browse features. So nobody found me through search. One person, it looks like, found me through channel pages, which is my own channel page. Director unknown, I don't know what that means, if maybe somebody sent a link of my video to somebody else, not sure. And then one person found this on a suggestion on another video. I always really like to look at that information when I can, if some or most of my traffic is coming from being suggested on other content, because it tells me if I am talking well to YouTube, if YouTube understands my content and is serving it to people who are already watching content like that. I didn't take a screenshot here, but the one video that suggested mine was about ChatGPT. I can't remember if I talked about ChatGPT in this video or not, but it does make sense to me that the type of person who would want to watch a YouTube channel growth video would also probably be watching videos about AI, right? Because AI can help you work more efficiently. Shit, it can do all of your work for you to create a channel that can be as close to passive income as possible. I have spoken before about my philosophy on AI, but if you are the person, or if you're one of the people who found my content from watching AI content, meaning it's content about how to use AI and how to create a channel with AI, I strongly recommend putting at least some personal effort in. And I mean that like beyond the effort that it takes to tell ChatGPT what you want it to do. Listen, I'm not against AI completely, okay? I use AI to write my video descriptions. I used AI to help me write my channel description. I find it really, really helpful for brainstorming and formatting things. And like AI, ChatGPT has come up with most of my titles and thumbnails because it's just faster and it comes up with, frankly, better ideas than I could come up with if I'm able to say like, hey, like here's this like messy thought in my brain, make it legible, make it clickable, make it SEO friendly, it will. So I'm not against using AI for things like that, but strongly, strongly recommend not making your entire channel AI. I think uh most humans on this platform are still interested in watching human content. Now, if you're making content for AI or robots, then by all means, but blah blah blah, dead internet theory, blah blah blah. Okay, let's move on and look at information from my Wednesday video. So this video was titled, "Your stage fright might actually be shame, dealing with performance anxiety." You can see here that the pendulum has swung hard in the opposite direction, guys. 8 views, 0.7 hours of watch time, 0 new subscribers, not even enough information to tell me about audience retention. Okay, let's look at reach. So 179 total impressions. So 2.8% impressions click-through rate. Again, 8 views, 8 unique viewers. So here's the picture that I'm painting, okay? 179 impressions compared to the last video, which had 1,000. YouTube decided that nobody wants to watch this video. And that could be because genuinely nobody is searching for like stage fright or performance anxiety content. Or somehow what I put in there just like didn't include keywords or like hot phrases for the type of person who wants that content. But I'm kind of leaning towards the first option because the impressions click-through rate is also like pretty abysmal. By which I mean, when the impressions are that low, I kind of expect the click-through rate to go higher because it's kind of skewed, right? Like YouTube has shown my content to fewer people, but a greater percentage of those people clicked. Not here. YouTube didn't show it to a lot of people, and not a lot of people clicked. The people who did find this video and watch it found it mostly from browse features, a couple from my channel page, and then one person from YouTube search. I tried to click on that, and unfortunately, YouTube Studio doesn't tell me what the search was. Damn, that would be useful, wouldn't it? To know what the search was. Because then I could correct. But alas, we will never know. So all I can do is take my best guess. This happened with one of my first Wednesday videos. I made a video about how I'm paying for grad school. And my plan is to graduate debt free. And I talked about how I'm doing that. And when I posted it, it was the same kind of thing, like really, really low impressions, low impression click through rate, just like really abysmal numbers. And so my theory with that was that I think I made it too specific. At the time, the title of the video was like, how I'm paying for grad school debt free, or like how I'm getting my master's in counseling debt free. And as I was reflecting on it, I was like, I think maybe I made it too niche, that somebody who is coming to YouTube to watch content about paying for school are honestly more likely to be people going into undergrad. And so if they see a video about grad school, they're going to be like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. My hypothesis with that was that I had made it too niche, too specific. And so I tested that hypothesis by changing the title to be just about how I'm paying for school, or how I'm paying for my degree, or something like that. And then I also changed the description to also be a little bit more generic student, as opposed to counseling master's student. And that worked. The numbers did improve the following week after I made those changes. So I could do that with this video. I probably won't, though, because I have a midterm on Monday. I have a busy day on Wednesday as well. I'm going thrift shopping with a friend, and I do all of my like filming and editing and posting all in one day. So I'm going to be busy on Wednesday. And yeah, I'm kind of backed up on school things that need my attention. I'm filming this on Saturday night so that I can have all day Monday or Sunday to study for my midterm on Monday. Actually, hopefully try to take my midterm early, take it tomorrow instead of Monday, and finish up a little paper. And okay, you don't need to know about my homework. But yeah, point is, I probably will not do this with this video. I think I'm just going to cut my losses with this one and keep moving forward. So yeah, I think like at this point, my main thing is figuring out the balance of niche enough, but not too niche, right? Like I said at the beginning of this video, my long-term career goal for the last several years and going forward has been to support people who are pursuing careers in the spotlight. Regardless of how or why you're doing that, I'm very interested in the attention economy and how it interacts with mental health and money, how all of these things interact. And so, yeah, I like, again, like that, I think I have kind of a similar struggle with niching that down as well, because like I understand in my mind like sort of the glue, right? Which is like people whose careers would benefit from having an audience and having like mass attention. But it's hard to like communicate that, like be able to communicate somebody who's going into a career in politics the same way that I would communicate to an artist, even though I do want to speak to both of those people. Um, Maybe I'll narrow down. I mean, yeah, with this one, I was mostly speaking to artists and like specifically performing artists. But yeah, I mean, another issue is that I think most performers, their primary platform is Instagram, and I'm here on YouTube. So okay, so yeah, again, like striking a balance of niche enough but not too niche. Niche enough that I can build some like brand recognition. I can become like the person who talks about the attention economy and mental health and money, as opposed to like my initial strategy with this channel was just sort of like throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, right? Like I just was telling you about my video about paying for grad school. I also have videos about like fitness. So moving away from that stuff and focusing in on my own personal career focus, uh but not so niche that like there's no audience for what I'm making. You know what I mean? Because there absolutely, certainly is an audience for what I'm making. Absolutely, 100% there's an audience. If you're watching this, you probably are that audience, because if you are making a YouTube channel and you're here to feel supported and because you're interested in another like new YouTuber, then you also are the type of person who is interesting in leveraging attention, an audience, fame, if you will. So there certainly is an audience for this. And I just need to figure out what the topics are to talk about and how to get YouTube to send me out to those people. So as I'm saying this, I have some ideas, but I'm not going to implement them this week. Again, I already have a plan for my Wednesday video. It's going to be on negotiating as a creative, sensitive type. So if that appeals to you, don't forget to hit subscribe so you get notified. And yeah, if you like this video, like the video, leave me a comment. I love to see them. They warm my heart. And I will see you on Wednesday. Party on.